welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I make videos twice a week, so on Tuesdays and on Fridays. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support of my channel. And I'm really hoping you're enjoying my content. So today's video is going to be another testing video. So I'm testing out this Primark PS Beauty Bronze Whip Cream Bronzer. So I think it's still in its packaging. Yeah, it is. It's still got that kind of plastic film to it, so I need to take that off. But this is about well, it's £4 from Primark, and you can get it in any kind of Primark or penny store. Like the pennies is like the Republic of Ireland dupe, or not dupe, what am I trying to say? Ireland answer to Primark basically. I'm from Northern Ireland, so we're under the UK, so Primark is what we call like Primark basically, whereas like in down south they call Primark pennies, but basically the same company. But I'm trying to open this up. Oh. Finally got it off. This is actually hard to get off the packaging, like literally pull added to get it off. I think it's to stop people opening it in store, because there's been a load of problems with people just opening the products to swatch them, so yeah. But yeah, I finally got it open. So the packaging is really nice. I like the kind of reflective gold, makes it look that bit more expensive than what it is. And then obviously you can tell the price because it's still stuck on it by a sticker, but yeah. And then it has that kind of exposed kind of back to it. You see the product there, and it has all the information and stuff like that, like shelf life and everything. And when you open it up, it's basically like a cream bronzer, so like that. It's actually really nice displayed. It's the exact same way the Chanel one is. It's meant to be like a dupe of like the Chanel Suede Handed Chanel, if I haven't mentioned that before, so it's displayed the same way. I think W7 have another dupe of it, so if you can't or couldn't get a hold of like the bronze whip, I think W7 have the same dupe, but I'm not entirely sure because I've seen that years ago. But yeah, it's really nice. I love that packaging. Love the redesign. I'm kind of scared to like swatch it, but I have to. So swatching it, it's like a nice kind of light golden brown colour, like a nice typical light bronzer. And swatching it, the same colour as the Chanel one, definitely the same one. I actually owned the Chanel one years and years ago, well, nearly 4 years ago. This one feels the same, maybe a tiny bit more creamier than what I remember the Chanel one being. The Chanel one was definitely like creamy enough, but it wasn't as like kind of easy to blend, where this one just blends in like seamlessly, like there. I think I still have the Chanel one hanging around somewhere, but yeah. And the smell of it, it's like, it actually just smells like coconut. It's really nice. Like, I love scented products. It isn't too like in your face, it's like just nice, subtle. You have to really smell it. It's like a nice, subtle, slight coconut smell to it, which is nice. I do wish it was a stronger smell, but you can't tell anything, so I'm going to apply it with this Primark Duo Ended Brush. I actually have another version of that, but this one I just got a new one because I want to use this one for cream contour, cream bronzer, and the other one's used for like powder products, powder contour, powder bronzer. So just got a new one just so I have it. And I'm kind of remember one night where these are actually to open, or not, or whatever. Yeah, it's just so hard to get out open, like or not. Oh, we actually are, nightmare. They're not. Oh, they are. We actually are. I had to open both sides to get them out. I remember the last time I tested these products out, like the brushes, and I had to open both sides to get the actual brush out. So I near and took the finger off myself. Right. This is why have make these so hard to get into? Why? Oh, I just near took the finger off myself. It's going so well. Oh, flip. Just went right through there. It's okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. Hopefully it didn't cut. Nice fresh brush. But yeah, I'm gonna just apply that into my face before just take ages. So I'm going to start with a small amount, so I'm just going to do a wee small swirl. You get it there. And then with my thing. So I'm going to start out where the cheekbone is, so just here. Look, as I'm contouring, but I'm going to take it up more so it's like a bronzy contour, if that makes sense. I think I need more than that. So. Took not as much as needed, but from what I can actually see, it's kind of got darker here. It's crap lighting today because it's a chilly day, but just gonna take more on the brush. But you can see I'm just kind of taking it where my contour is, and then taking it off just to bronze. So it's more a bronzy, subtly contour, not like a proper strong straight contour. And just taking it across the forehead like that. I think you need to put more on, like it's definitely, I think you have like fair skin, method, like everybody else not using as much, but for me, like I have to really build it to get some kind of payoff of it. Remember I had the same problem with Chanel when I had loads of tan on, I had to really build it. Where when I had my natural pale skin, like literally had to use the tiniest amount and it gave me a bronze and contour. But I think I just have to get a brush and build that one up. Yeah. And just take some down the jawbone. I think this is kind of counter pointless because I'm doing powder foundation after this, but hey ho. Use a brush to blend it. So I thought I would need to use the bigger side as well as the smaller side to blend out cream bronzer, but I didn't need to because it wasn't that intense in my tan skin tone. But obviously if my skin is ever fair, like if I ever let my tan kind of go, I will need to use like a bigger side to blend it out, but because I'm always wearing tan. But I'm thinking of also just using it as like a contour, using it all over my face sometimes for like a base before I put my powder foundation and concealer on. So I will need to use a bigger side of the brush, this side, just to kind of buff it all over my face as a base. Maybe mix it in with like an illuminator like this, and then put a drop of like the L'Oreal Skin Cherie or whatever it's called, the Glow Cherie, mix that together, like, and then blend it in with the brush or something like that would be really, really nice. So I think keeping double sides actually handy. And so yeah, took me a while to get that out there, but I've got it out, and yeah. So first impression, it's definitely for someone who's medium to tan, well, not naturally unfortunately, for someone who is either like fake tan, medium to tan skin tone or natural, it's not going to give you a big dramatic contour bronzer effect. It's going to give you something subtle. So, but if you're fair skin, so you're like the medium, it will kind of give you more of a more dramatic kind of bronzed contoured look, so I would recommend blending out with this bigger brush if you do have fair skin and you find it is a bit too much. But and even just starting out with a small amount like I did at the start, which was pointless for my kind of tan skin. But if you're fair, I would definitely say dab some of the product under the brush and just start small and build up if you need to, and blend out the bigger side of the brush if you need to. These double-ended brushes are so handy for doing makeup. I actually thought it was actually kind of pointless or counterintuitive, whatever you say, to do like cream bronzer before powder foundation, because I am using just powder foundation as my foundation today. Yes, do have some tinted moisturiser glowy based on, but I'm putting powder foundation over the top of it. But I thought I might as well try to test out this cream bronzer by Primark. But yeah, it's decent enough. But I will put on powder foundation and let you know how I feel about it at the end. I'll do like a wee ending clip. Obviously I'm not just going to put more cream bronzer on after put powder on because that's a bit silly. I would definitely recommend before your powder, after your foundation and concealer and stuff like that, before your powder, do your cream bronzer. If you're using it as a base, do it before your foundation and put your foundation on. And even if you find your foundation's too light for summertime, mixing a tiny bit of this into your foundation is actually a good way to use it up as well, and a good use for it. So it's good for like mixing with foundation, just taking a bit on your finger and the back of your hand, or put it onto your face and putting a bit of your foundation on, or using it underneath your foundation, or using it on top as like the cream contour bronzer thing. I wouldn't say it's not for like the proper sculpted contour because it's more of a warmer tone, it's more of a bronzer, but you can use it for kind of both, just a subtle cream bronze and contour kind of thing, just for everyday use. But yeah, this brush is actually from Primark too. If I haven't mentioned that before, I think I have, but I think you can get this for like £3 or something like that. I do have a review of this brush and the other brushes I got from Primark about a month or so ago, and I will try to link that video down below. But these brushes are definitely brilliant for cream and powder bronzer contour. They're amazing. Any kind of Primark brush is good. I just think they're amazing for the price and good for people who are starting out, even people who are experienced in makeup. I think getting your brushes from Primark, why pay dear for like a MAC brush when you get it just as good from Primark, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll come back when the makeup's all done and I'll tell you my opinions, my final thoughts on this cream bronzer. I actually said I was testing out this tinted moisturiser base, glowy base by L'Oreal Skin Paradise one, so I'm doing 2 testing videos in one. So yeah, I'll do 2 separate videos, endings of what I think about both, but obviously separate videos. This one I'll be talking about this product alone, but the other video, if you want to watch that, I'll try to link it, depending on which one's up first. But you can just check out my channel and see when each one will come up, if that makes sense, when each one is uploaded. Speak properly, love. But yeah, just you'll see videos. But yeah, I may shut up now and get the rest of my makeup on because I'm rambling like a mofo. So I'm back, I've got the rest of my makeup on and I'm ready to tell you my final thoughts on the Primark Bronze Whip, which is a dupe of the Chanel bronzer, which I've said before. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but yeah. So far I really do like it. It blends like a dream. Like it blends even better than that Chanel bronzer. Not even lying. For £4 it's like a really good blendable cream bronzer, so it's a winner for that. It's natural looking bronzer. Like I don't know if you really can see it on, like underneath my makeup I have on now. I wouldn't recommend putting it on underneath powder foundation unless you're doing like a powder bronzer like on top of it. Can get words out there. But I would definitely recommend putting it on underneath like just a finely milled setting powder, like the banana powder I have. Can't be asked to get it out of the bag. Let's be fair, but it's a wee Revolution banana powder. I should have actually just put my Too Faced liquid foundation on, like the concealer I use as foundation, and then put this on over top to get a better test of it, but I didn't really think. But I can kind of still see it actually helped build up my powder bronzer, powder contour. I felt I didn't need to use as much powder contour and bronzer with this, which is good. So I would say it'd be good for people who have light to medium skin. I wouldn't say anyone, I've got fake tan on as I've mentioned before, but anyone who has deeper skin tone than this, I don't think you'd get much use out of this. unless you use it as a base underneath your foundation, which I intend to use as well as like a cream bronzer contour thing. Now, it's not a proper strict like contour to more bronzer, but can you be used as both kind of ways, like a nice light subtle bronzer. It's good for that. I think people who have fair skin will like it, but I will say, because I'm naturally fair, as I said before, but I will say build it up lightly if you've got fair skin. And yeah, I do think it's really, really nice. It's a good bronzer for the price of it. I do actually think it's better than the Chanel. The colours slightly, well, the colours pretty much the same, but it is like a better blend and stuff like that, and it does like kind of look more seamless, which is actually a rarity. Like, it's better than that Chanel one. I wish I had the Chanel one here to compare, but my one's really, really old, and it's in our house, like up at my house, like, because I'm not in my house now, I'm in the caravan with my fiance, but it's in my parents' house basically. I don't know where it is, just somewhere in my house basically. But yeah, and I don't think it would be fair to do the Chanel against this, because my Chanel bronzer is like 4 years old, so yeah. But on memory, it actually is better. It actually is. I know I shouldn't be saying that now because of a claim, because it is a first impression, but I do find it's better. I can obviously tell, like, within the first few or first use whether I like a product or not, but I definitely think I do like this product. Obviously, I'm going to test it out as a base underneath my foundation, and also over top of my liquid foundation when I do a full face again. But yeah, it's really, really good. I can't stop smelling it too. It smells like coconuts. But yeah, for someone on the budget looking for a nice cream bronzer, or even like a cream base, I would definitely say go for it. I haven't actually seen a review on this bronze whip, so I'm like the first one reviewing it. Well, tell lie, I've seen someone reviewing it with other products, but on its own I've never seen like a review of it on its own, like just solely focusing on this product. But yeah, it's really, really good. It really, really is. And yeah, enough said about this product. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope I didn't ramble on too much, and I'll see you again for the next one. Stay gorgeous. Bye.